A love that was never meant to be. The tragic story of Danielle Mohamed. It began as a fairy tale, or at least that's what Danielle Mullins believed. A lonely mother of four from Ohio, Danielle had spent years yearning for love, for someone who would see her, cherish her, and never leave. And then, like a spark in the dark, Mohamed Jbali entered her life. He was young, 26, handsome, and from a world away in Tunisia. His words were sweet, his voice soft, and for the first time in years, Danielle felt beautiful, desired. She clung to every promise he made, every whispered "I love you" through the screen. Against all odds, she believed he was the one. A wedding built on lies. Danielle scraped together everything she had to bring Mohamed to America on a K-1 visa. But the moment he arrived, something was wrong. He was distant. His eyes never lingered on her the way hers lingered on him. He recoiled at her touch. Still, she pushed forward. She ignored the red flags, convinced that love was enough. When their wedding day came, Mohamed stood at the altar looking more like a man awaiting sentencing than a groom. His vows were lifeless, his kiss cold. But she smiled through the pain, desperate to hold on to the dream. The slow, cruel descent. Reality hit hard after the wedding. Mohamed refused to be intimate with her. He made excuses, citing his religion, his beliefs, anything to keep his distance. The truth, though, was much crueler. He wasn't attracted to her. He would later admit on national television that he was disgusted. Danielle's heart shattered, but she refused to let go. She begged him to love her. She clung to every moment of kindness he threw her way. But Mohamed had already checked out. He spent nights away, talking to other women, disappearing for hours, leaving Danielle drowning in suspicion and heartbreak. Then one day, he was gone. He packed his bags, leaving without a word, disappearing like a ghost. She found out he had moved to Florida, parading around with another woman, smiling in photos where he looked freer than he ever had with her. Betrayal, humiliation, and a broken heart. Desperation turned to fury. Danielle wanted revenge. She filed for an annulment, hoping to strip Mohamed of his green card, to make him feel the loss she had felt. But even in court, Mohamed was cold, calculated. He fought for a divorce instead of an annulment, ensuring he could stay in America. The judge granted it. Mohamed won, and Danielle was left alone, humiliated, heartbroken, and used. She had believed in love, only to realize she had been nothing more than a stepping stone in someone else's life. She had given everything, her trust, her money, her dignity, only to be cast aside. The aftermath, a love that never was. Danielle tried to move on, appearing on 90 Day Fiancé, The Single Life, attempting to rebuild the pieces of herself. But the scars remained. Mohamed disappeared from the spotlight, working as a truck driver in Indiana, living a quiet life away from the drama he had left in his wake. He had moved on. He had won. And Danielle? She was left picking up the pieces of a love that had never been real in the first place.